Hello traders and welcome to PL Capital's Market Review. Today is Saturday, March 18th, and I want to look at the S&P and Nasdaq. So let's get started. All right, we're going to start with the upcoming economic calendar. It's kind of a short list this week, but hugely impactful. Wednesday is FOMC, and that's all you really need to know. There is manufacturing and services PMI on Friday, and the markets will definitely react to those numbers, but uh, FOMC is going to be hugely deciding which way this market wants to go. So be ready for extreme volatility on Wednesday. All right, so let's look at. I'm actually going to start with the Nasdaq because I think it's really easy. So we had this running flat that played out perfect. Came down here strong on Monday, and it was looking like we were ready to go retest the lows, especially with the news about SVB and Signature Bank collapses. But instead, the market's really ripped a lot higher. It's real strong in the Nasdaq, not so much in the S&P, or not as strong. So right now we've got just a three-wave move, and it's a matter is this just your A, B, C correction, and we're going to break this top, or is this the start of a leading diagonal? So 1, 2, 3, that'd be one, and then are we in the process of making a two, or are we in the process of going up and breaking this top? And if that happens, then we're going way higher. So and it's just setting up perfectly for FOMC to really kind of make or break the market right now. Because what I see in the Nasdaq here is I see this leading diagonal. So I got the five waves here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And it came down then, but I don't, and if I zoom in, like there is three waves down here, down to here, but I just can't imagine that, oops, let me get that out of here. I can't imagine that that is all the correction for that big of a move. So, and I could be wrong, but I think what they're going to do is they're going to, in the process of making like an expanding flat. So come down, came down, went back up, and now I think you're going to get an impulse down. So 1, 2, and then they'll come down for 3, 4, and 5. And that would look a little bit better. Yeah, give you a little bit bigger correction for this move up. And then after that, come up in some fashion. And then it's just going to be a matter of what are they doing? Are they coming up just to break this high of 12, 8, 11? That'd be 1, 2, 3. This would be 1, 2, 3 for a 2. And then they'll come ripping down for a 3, 4, and a 5. That's my bias, is that this is just the start of a leading diagonal and that they're not going to break this high. And I have some reasons for that. I would have to save that for a different video, but I think that the top is in and that they're just going to break this high one more time. So now if they break that, then my thesis is wrong, and then I think then the market's it's going really high, because then this was just a correction, and we need to break way up and out of this. So Wednesday will be huge, but I think we're going to get one more push up, and I think that could coincide with that'll be so maybe Monday they kind of push down, and then Tuesday they kind of push up, and I think we'll be up here somewhere come Wednesday, and things could get pretty nasty. But if the market likes what Powell has to say, then we could be finding ourselves up at 14,000 too. So who knows? I'm leaning towards down, but we're gonna have to wait and see. And the S&P. All right, so same thing. Instead of a running flat, we had this expanding flat on the S&P, and it was looking like end of the world was going to happen on Monday, and then it bounced. But as you can see, it didn't bounce nearly as high as the Nasdaq. So if I zoom in, so we got this. It's a 1, 2, 3, and it's not going to be an impulse because we broke that high, or that low of the 5. So we know we got a 1, 2, 3. So now is that ABC? I'm leaning, just like in the Nasdaq, I'm leaning that this is the start of a leading diagonal. So this is all 1, and we're in the process of making a 2, and then we're going to come down for 3, 4, and 5. So when I look at this, the S&P is a little different because what I do see is I got 3 waves here, and then there's 3 waves down to here. And then this looks like a leading diagonal up to here, correction. And then this little thing right here almost could be like a 3, 4, and then this is like a little ending diagonal. Like that could be 5 waves, which means, that could be, your 1, 2, and 3. So, like I said, I'm leaning towards we're going down, and this is 1, 2, 3. That's 1, and that could be your 1, 2, 3. That could be 2. So that's one. That's one possibility, is that the high is in for the S&P. Now, if they break it, then what this is they're making a leading diagonal. So then that'll be 1, 2, that was 3, this was 4. If they break this, then that'll be 5, then you'll get a correction, 1 more up, and then I think you come down. So either the high is in, and this is just the start of coming down to break this low and going down for 3, or they got 1 more up to break that high. So that is what I see. And so far, there are only 3 waves down. So it could be that, that this was 1, that was 2, that was 3, and then they made this running flat. That could be 4. And so, like I said, if they do break this high, then they'll break it. That'll be 5, and then you get your correction, and then 1 more up. So that's what to watch for. So if they start pushing up here on Monday and Tuesday and getting close, then I think it's going to be just bouncing around in here, break it, correct, go back up, and then we fall. So, or if they just kind of meander in here and then start falling, then I think that the top is in, and they're just slowly maybe making a leading diagonal coming down, because you got 3 down, that could be 1, and they'll come back up here in some fashion for a 2, and then rip down for a 3 and give you a 4 and a 5. So just watch this area. If they break this high again, then know that there will be a correction and then 1 more up. But then I think that's all there is. But yeah, I expect that we'll be coming down pretty hard. Just a matter of if we got 1 more up in us or not. All right, so that's what I see. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your likes and comments. Wish you luck. Be careful this week. It's going to be volatile. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.